Okay. Versatile Vigilante, Young Vince, Uncle Vinny. Voice is already cracking because I'm so excited, bro. We got the one, the only GBM1011, aka GingerBread Man.
You know what it
My
is,
guy.
man. GBM1011.
Thank you for coming
Vince,
out, man.
Shout out Vince.
Appreciate
Shout out
you,
Versatile Vigilante, man. It's such a grace and it's such an honor to be here, fam. You know, I've been talking to myself too much, acting like as if I was in a podcast, and now I'm finally in a podcast. So here I am, fam.
Time for some real talks, man. Real conversations.
Real talks. Before we do get into it, though, I just wanted to offer my blessings, my gratitude.
Oh man, this guy came through
letting
with
me into your space, fam. Some tangerines,
so much, bro.
Make sure you're hydrated.
Water? Yo, GBM came through with
those
tangerines
vitamins and mints, fam.
Healthy boys, let's go.
I got my own too. So
that is fucking lit.
I'm allowed to crack some of these during the talk?
You're allowed, bro.
Say
less. Yours, fam.
Say less.
That's fucking hilarious, right? If you had asked me I was gonna get gifted a bag of tangerines today, I would have said I don't know, but I'm fucking excited about
Here we
that.
are,
yo.
fam.
Let me try. Let's cheers.
The coconut water
Let's
slaps.
cheers. Let's cheers.
The coconut water slaps, fam.
You know, I've never had coconut water.
You've
before.
never? Yo,
So
this guy's never
time.
had coconut water, fam.
Cheers,
oh
man.
my god.
First for everything, man.
Yo, first for absolutely everything. Cheers,
GBM.
my king. Welcome to the vibration.
Okay, that is a fucking. We're just gonna have a food review show now. This is an interesting taste, bro. I've never had this in my life.
Bro,
yo, thank you. This is actually perfect.
It's good.
It's nice to sip on, bro. That's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, bro. I really appreciate that. Yo, so anyone who's watching, if you're familiar with Versatile Vigilante, you've seen this guy before because we did a vlog back in the summertime.
Back in the summer. What a beautiful day that was.
That was a beautiful day, man. Doing that was such a fun ass time.
You know,
walking up Bloor.
I've added that vlog that we did to my memories on IG, and like once in a while, like I just love to like go back and watch it, bro.
It was
because
so
it's
sick.
It's incredible to think at one point you and I were so in that moment, and that vlog is just an imprint of that very moment where, like, for instance, I was thinking so hard on what I was gonna say next. You know, you asked those powerful questions because you are the journalist and the reporter that you are, and now here we are discussing it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like
that was a moment,
so
bro.
much has happened in that time. And I have no doubt that, you know, all the stuff that you do and all the stuff that I'm doing is just like, that's just a record of where we were in terms of our journey towards success, fam. And it's like incredible to think about.
I agree.
Just
man.
to think about.
A legendary experience and a lot of fun too, which is always
nice.
It
was so much fun, yeah.
So, yo, GBM, man, I know you're always up to something good. What have you been dealing with lately?
You know, it's incredible to think that someone can ask you such a simple question like what's going on in life when there's so much happening in life, right? I think mindset or not mindset, but state of mind and perspective on what one is doing is so important, because you can see yourself as, oh yeah, you know, I woke up this morning and I was on the bus going to the Versatile Vigilante podcast. Or you could say that, oh my God, some chemicals started kicking off in my body this morning that got me up super excited to meditate, take a cold shower. There's so much going on in life. So it's hard. The only reason why I say all this is because it's hard to really encompass what's going on in your life, especially in mine, considering it's so intense spiritually. But nevertheless, I will choose my words wisely when answering this question. But, you know, just working working in the matrix, working on my dreams, working on preserving my peace all the time. Every moment is a moment to create peace in your life and strive for excellency. I tell this to all my brethren, like, every moment, every choice that you make has to be successful, right? So I've just been, making good choices every single moment of life, whether that is, going to bed on time, choosing to, fast for another hour, another day, if I need to, switching that hot water to cold water in the shower. So yeah, that's what's really going on in life, is like moment by moment making successful decisions. And now, taking a step back and looking at all the other things that I do, music has been such a grace in my life. I've never felt this level of passion for something that I'm doing. And the thing is the entire step of the way, I feel pure peace, fam. Literally pure peace the entire way. As soon as something with my music starts to make me feel anxious, I tell myself, this is all just part of the journey, fam. Like, I'm not really here to get caught up in all the anxieties of stuff that I love to do. The point is that I'm meant to love it, and if something that you love is causing you anxiety, don't ignore the anxiety, but realize that this isn't the feeling I'm trying to feel when I'm doing something that I love. So, like, I put in so much work into my music, like, lots of collabs with different organizations. I have like 13 music videos being released this year, so it's been an incredible amount of planning, and there's just so much going into my music. But all music aside, there's something about finding peace in each and every single moment, and how striving for peace can actually bring you so much motivation and dedication to do your thing. Like, I've never worked so hard my entire life. Like, you think working hard is stressful and anxious. Yes, it is. But if you are stressing and being anxious to find peace in life, then I feel like those counterbalance themselves. Right. Looking for peace, or like using your stress and anxiety to find peace. Right.
So when you're dealing with, let's say you have one of those days where you're feeling stressed out, you're feeling anxious. How do you deal with that? Because, one quick thing when it comes to anxiety, I think sometimes we forget that I think we all get those anxieties. We have to learn about ourselves to deal with it and grow from it. How do you do that for yourself? What are some GBM resources?
Nothing matters.
It's a great one.
Real shit. And now, before I go into explaining why this is true, I recognize that I come from a place of privilege. There's so many blessings in my life that not a lot of people have. And I recognize that. And so sometimes if I say certain stuff like, oh, nothing matters, it might sound a little bit naive, because on the other hand, a lot of things do matter. There's so many things that we need to take care of in our life in order for us to pursue that love and peace and happiness that we all aspire to have. But at the same time, nothing matters, because everything is pure experience. Pure experience. And I'm not even talking about are you experiencing happiness? Dude, experience is an element of creation, and we are just meant to experience, no matter what's good and no matter what's bad. But the thing is that you get to choose what you want to experience. So if life is getting hella stressful, fam, nothing matters. Why? Because what you are experiencing is just experience. So even if there's some shit you need to do in 5 minutes that is gonna ruin your life, or you but you think is gonna ruin your life, that's in 5 minutes. Right now, the only thing that matters is losing all attachment to anything that is breaking my peace. So that's the one thing I hold on to, is just realizing that if I'm ever feeling stressed, nothing matters, and that I cannot solve the task at hand if I'm not in a state of peace. And how I put myself into a state of peace is just saying, hey, lose attachment, nothing matters. Let's get a fresh new head on this situation. And it's interesting to think, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to go vacation for the summer. I'm going to, go and party with my friends this weekend. Vacation and taking a break can happen in the instant moment that you have to take a break, right? Because there's no such thing as time. You take a break, realize that nothing matters, lose all attachment, get a fresh head on the situation that's causing you stress, and know that you are guided by forces that are beyond your comprehension. You just need to move, fam. As soon as you stay in one spot, you're going to get depressed. If you're worrying about shit that's ahead of you, that's anxiety. Bro, if you're not in the moment, you've already lost. You've already lost. But with that realization that you are lost and you're anxious or depressed, fam, that's actually an opportunity for you to find peace, because you know that if I'm feeling depressed or I'm feeling anxious right now, that means there's more that I can do. That's an opportunity to grow, right? To find that peace in that moment. Not tomorrow, not in a few minutes. Bro, the choice is right now. Lose attachment to what you're feeling. Know that nothing matters. You're just experiencing experience. Get a fresh head on the situation. And once you're feeling that peace and you know you're holding no attachment to anything, that's when you say, okay, I'm ready to step back into the situation. Let's find a solution.
Bro, that is some very, very, very wise words, man. It's crazy to me because you're a little bit younger than me. You're, how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
23.
23, bro. I'm 27, and this thing you just talked about is what I've been experiencing recently. Like, I didn't really think of things that way up until recently, but especially the part about being in the moment, because you can be in a castle surrounded by beautiful women, the best food in the world,
the soldiers who will protect you from any threat.
But if you're not there mentally, if you're thinking about what can happen, what can go wrong, this and that, you'll never be able to enjoy any situation, man.
Crazy.
That's real shit. I like that you brought that up, because gaining peace requires effort from us. That stuff that you're describing, it's not like it's snap your fingers and that's it, bro. It's constant work.
And you know what the thing is too? Excuse me. Is that we talk a lot about peace in the world, fam, and we're always, how are we ever gonna find peace in all this hatred around the world? And we're constantly looking out for peace. Everything has to be outside for peace, right? If something's not happening in my environment that's peaceful, I can't be peaceful, right? If something's stressful in my environment, then I'm just gonna let that stress come into my mind, and I'm gonna breathe that stress back into this stressful space to create more stress. No, fam. If you want to create peace in the world, peace starts inside, fam. Because as soon as you put yourself into a state of vibration that is nothing but bliss and peace, you are going to start breathing bliss and peace into that space that for many is causing stress and anxiety. And if you have the ability to manifest peace and bliss into an external space that is shared by so many other people, then they start to breathe that into themselves and start creating piss. They start to piss out the hate. Hey, that was a nice save. They like to piss out the hate and through their third eye and bring in that love and bliss that that trailblazer was doing. You know what I'm saying? That's how we create peace in the world. Start creating peace in our mind, projecting that peace out into our environment, hoping, praying, trusting that God will let that energy flow into the right beings who will then create more peace. And this can just happen on a community level.
Exactly.
It doesn't have to be, the earth does not have to be peaceful, fam. The earth does not have to be peaceful. And the reason why I say that is because earth is just a projection of the entire universe. You cannot have peace without hate, right? There's always going to be hate in the presence of peace. There's always going to be the presence of peace in the presence of hate, right? So everything is going to be present. As long as you, as the peaceful being that you want to be, are aspiring to bring peace into your environment, then there's peace in the world.
Yes, exactly. You can impact
Boom.
your own life.
Boom.
That impacts others. Bro,
Boom.
you know what's funny? It's kind of a way you can look at a successful sports team. Like, to be a great team, you have to be individually taking care of what you have to take care of. And that doesn't mean hogging the ball. That doesn't mean being the best, the biggest star. It means knowing what you're supposed to be doing and doing it as best as you can.
Got it,
Whole
bro.
team wins, bro.
Whole team wins, man.
It's important. These are important lessons, bro. Like, it's not even a lesson. It's just, I think, sharing experience.
You know what it is? It's discovering truth.
Yeah. Real shit. It's nothing to do with info.
It's discovering truth. All this information is flowing around us at every moment, every stage of our life. We just have to choose to tap into it. Yeah, sure, there can be a lot of hate in the world, but if all you see is hate, then you create hate, fam. You're creating hate by choosing only to see hate in the world. Cycle. And then you bring that hate into your own mind, and there's absolute hatred towards everything that goes on in your life. If you see peace in the presence of hate, you literally are finding peace in hate. And you bring that peace into your being. You let it kind of mold itself to absolutely everything that you do, and then you breathe it back out.
Right.
You literally breathe in peace in the presence of hate, and breathe pure peace out. Not that mix of hate and peace. You brought in the peace that was mixed up with hate. You bring it into your being, and then you let out pure peace. There's no hate in that.
Real shit. You're doing what you can do. I love it, bro. I love it. Yo, I want to go into the music a little bit because you rap about these kind of topics, you know? Like, your music is very, very unique, which in 2023, you can't say a lot of things are unique, bro. You're fucking rapping with, like, a Pooh Shiesty mask, doing drill, like, over drill beats, doing, like, drill dances, and rapping about, like, spirituality.
Yeah.
Bro, that I love it, man. Where the hell did that come from? And when did you even start rapping that way?
Well, it definitely didn't come from hell, that's for sure.
Okay. It's a good start.
I mean, I highly recommend that everybody goes and watches the vlog that Vince and I did over the summer, kind of get some background on certain things, but nothing in life is by mistake. Mm-hmm. Nothing in life is by mistake. You know, yesterday I was filling out a Q&A for Thizzler. And Thizzler is this California-based music platform that I'm dropping my music video on next week. So I'm sure everybody's gonna be seeing this interview after that video is dropped. So this is pure talks to my future self, pure talks to my future self and all the future beings who are gonna be tuning in. But yo, nothing in life happens by mistake, and you know, from the day I was born, it was always rap, fam, rap, and you know. It's funny because like my parents, they're both kind of on the classical side of music. My dad plays the flute, and my mother is like a classical singer, like opera singer. I don't know the terms, fam. But you know, I grew up in a musical family with so much love for vibration and sound and pure frequencies. And you know, one thing happened when I started going through drug-induced psychosis, experiencing a lot of paranoia and stuff, and obviously looking at the mental health issue as something wrong. But again, touching back on that space of peace and hate, there's a situation being presented to you in your environment. You can either see it as peace or you can see it as hate, right? And at the beginning of my journey of mental health issues, like, I chose to see it as hate because that's how the world was painting mental health issues. There's something wrong with you that needs to be changed, something that needs to be attacked, dealt with immediately by these other external mediums that may or may not help you, right? And so, I never went through any medication or anything, but I still was breathing so much hate into my life because of what I was experiencing on a level of paranoia. But eventually I realized that, our mental health, like, again, how we were talking about earlier that every I'm getting too deep in my head now. Anyways, so when I realized that these mental health issues are actually opening my mind to consciousness, and just that, we are just experiencing. I'm not holding on to the fact that I may die tomorrow because I think that XYZ, who cares if I'm going to die tomorrow? We're all going to die. What matters is whether you are making the right choices in the moment, and that those choices are leading you to something successful. So when I came out of my mental health issues, realizing that, we are all spiritual beings that have the opportunity to experience absolutely anything with the grace of this body that we were given. Like, hey, man, some people are born with things that can limit their ability to experience what I'm experiencing, but they can live a totally profound experience if they choose to tap into the potential of their vessel. Everything is a vessel for experience. So if you're choosing to live the life to the fullest, no matter what, nothing can hurt you. Nothing can hurt you. Nothing can bother your peace, right? But again, it's whether you let things outside of you break your peace, right? If you're letting labels of mental health break you down, make you think you're weird and crazy, then of course you're gonna live a life of hate, right? And anger and despair and all of these things. But if you're choosing to see, okay, maybe there's a meaning behind why I'm experiencing this right now, tap into that meaning. Everything is information in motion, definitions just flowing around us all the time, and we bring them into our mind to make sense of them, right? And so when I came out of this, realizing that we're all spiritual beings, it's like, who am I? All these years I've been spending so much time chasing this ideal image that was passed down to me by people that I look up to, right? And not to say like, I'm done looking at other people for inspiration and I'm doing my own thing, like F the world and stuff like that. But it's more so, okay, I've spent so much time in my external environment, learning, observing, understanding all these things that happen around me. Now it's time to really spend some time with myself, inside me, right? How am I perceiving the world, not how is the world perceiving me, right? So, I spent a long journey of that kind of meditation when I was going inside. And one of the things that I discovered was just my true love for poetry and rap. I realized that through all my years of listening to drill, like, oh my God, fam, the amount of hours that I spend listening to Toronto drill, Chicago drill, LA drill, staying up to date on like hood polys from all these cities, op this, op that, like, fam, at one point, like, I really wanted to be a gangster too, because that was the world that I was consuming. I was choosing to only tap into this world, and there was something so meaningful behind all the things that they were doing in my life, regardless of whatever energy they were putting out. There was something so meaningful that they were doing, and I was just tapping into it for so long, right? And so when I chose to turn my energy inside me, I saw the world that I was consuming manifest itself in so many different areas of my life, right? So interestingly enough, one of the ways that I dealt with my mental health issues was by picking up the strap in my mind and walking through op-eds every single day with the most strength and power that I could think of, right? Because your demons are everywhere. Your demons are everywhere. And when I say pick up a strap with your mind, it's like, if I see something that's going to make me cause sin, I'm going to step up, I'm going to press it, and I'm going to be like, nah, fam, I'm not allowing you to push me against my virtues and my beliefs of bringing peace to the world, right? So I've literally brought something in this world of hate and peace, and something that we attribute a lot of hatred to. I've brought it into my own being, and now I'm literally putting out pure peace with the same world that causes so much hate, right? Spiritual drill. Bro, I'm throwing out bare gang signs, like you said, like ski mask, all this shit, right? Because I found my identity in the streets, but let me be the example of how there is peace in the streets. I've spent so much time in the streets in my mind, consuming all these things. Bro, I spent 4 years studying the sociological implications of Western street gang culture in our society. I've spent so much time understanding that world. And when I became spiritual, I saw it as like a sort of like psychological vessel of combating every single issue that is presented in your narrative. So like I said, if I'm ever faced with like a demon in my mind, fam, I'll grip my beacon of light, fam, that's in my mind, and I will step into the situation with confidence, knowing that I have my whole squad with me. Like I have my whole flock of angels on my back, fam, and they're riding, bro. I might get hurt, but I know they're riding. Yep. You know what I mean? So that's kind of where I got it from, right? Like I spent a lot of time in that world, and then when I decided to get super spiritual with myself, I brought that world into my own, and I found peace with it.
Yeah.
So that version of street gangs and all that gang banging that causes a lot of darkness and hatred is just a version of what it could be. There is peace in that world. And I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've never grown up in the streets, but you don't need to grow up in the streets to understand it. If you if you put your head underwater, you're in a totally different world, right? You take your head out and you're back in the world that you were in before. Bro, I put my head under that water for so long, fam. I've done so much shit to understand that world. It's crazy how much stuff I've done to understand that world. But I can truly say that there's something about the streets in this world, and that the image that's painted about the streets is just one half of what it is all about. There is peace in that world of hatred.
It's an interesting way to put it, bro. Do you feel like that peace is that community vibe?
Simple.
Yeah.
All human beings evolved in the community that all these guys that grow up in poverty want. There is a level of love that human beings can always turn to whenever their situation is impoverishing, right? So of course, someone who doesn't have the opportunity to be like what they see in the movies, they're going to turn to their natural instincts, which is to get into a collective and solve the problem of impoverishment with people who can relate and understand, who can share community bonds with one another and create a space where there's strength, where there's community, where there's prosperity, literally prosperity. Like gangs are literally businesses, fam. They are criminal organizations. They're businesses. They are what allow people in impoverishing situations to withstand the effects of the social narrative.
Yeah, make that money.
Make that bread, bro. Go chase your bread, because there's peace in chasing bread, even though what they aspire to create is more hate, because there's a cycle of hate going on in that world. That doesn't mean that there isn't peace in that world. There's just that hatred is a bit more apparent than the peace. But because I am from an environment, like I live in a very blessed community with two amazing parents, and so many forces in my life that keep me blessed. I'm able to put my head under the water, metaphorically speaking, into that world without being subject to that cycle of hatred that a lot of the guys in that world experience. Right. So there's peace in that world. And it all starts with, like you said, community.
100%, bro. I feel like what you're going through right now is, you mentioned at the beginning of the interview, the truth. Like, I think part of the truth is understanding that nothing's black or white. Like, you can't just say, this is bad, this is good, it's never like that, bro.
Because everything is a balance of all polar energies.
Yeah.
Everything is a balance of all polar energies. You're looking at one thing, fam. Dude, I can convince someone that something is happening on the total opposite side of the spectrum. Just close your eyes and think about it.
Real shit.
Just close your eyes and think about it. Real shit.
It's humbling to think that way, man. Because you remember that, what you're dealing with has probably been dealt with by many people before. And you can do it, man. You can do it. And you shouldn't, again, the peace. You can't hate on someone else for going through their shit either,
exactly, bro. Fam. Right? Like, if someone, bro, I have no doubt that people are going to question all my thoughts, and it's going to cause hatred because they don't agree with me. But there's peace in knowing that that person has the free will to think about whatever they want.
Exactly.
And if they have the choice to go on that side, there's peace in there, right? Because they had the choice. Nobody told them to think like that. They thought about it themselves, and God blessed you with free will. And I will never take that away from you. But I will make sure that in the face of hatred, I will take it into my being and spew nothing out. Nothing out but pure peace, fam.
Real shit, because that's the real test. If everyone's nice to you, it's easy to be peaceful.
Exactly.
If someone's coming at you,
it's easy to be, and it's easy to be angry
and
too.
That's the wrong way to be.
Exactly.
Fam. So, I was looking at your IG, and I forget what song. It was a clip of one of your songs, and a guy wrote like, "Yo, bro, I love your energy and spirit, but I don't think this is like the way," basically. And you replied like super positively and respectfully, and I really wasn't surprised to see that, because I know that's what you're about, and I really fuck with it. And I respect you, because you have to have thick skin to do what you're doing. Like, to be anyone and put yourself out there, it takes balls and thick skin. But you're self-described GingerBread Man is your name. You're going out there. You're rapping to drill beats. You're dancing. Like, you're like, you stand out, bro. So that you're gonna take some heat, and for you to be able to withstand that and come at it peacefully, bro, I really respect it. It's not easy. I know what you're doing, and it's not easy, bro. It's a daily like work ethic. But I respect it, man, because you're doing your thing.
And that's literally it, bro. Like, when you're this deep in the spiritual world, you have so much more than two hands and things that only the human being is capable of. I'm just a human being, but I know that I'm so blessed that anything that comes my way can be managed. And even if it can't be managed, that doesn't mean that it cannot be managed.
Game's never over.
Right? Because again, I am not the only person. I'm not the only energy that's experiencing my narrative, that's going through my narrative. I know that I am just the body, and I am only capable of doing what's in my body's abilities, right? But when you're the mind, you realize that you're this entire space right now, right? The mind is beyond this body. The mind has now filled its way into all the corners, right? But even beyond this room, I know that there's something going on.
Yeah.
But I don't know what it is, right? That's beyond the mind. That's where the spirit comes into play. Spirit knows everything, but spirit's not going to give the answers to the mind, because the mind is just meant to make decisions in the moment, right? If mind had all the answers, then mind wouldn't grow, right? Mind wouldn't expand. So I know that in the face of, all these people who come my way, judging me, saying that, oh, like, why are you acting like you're from the streets when you're not, or, this is trash and shit like that. It's like, dude, your words mean absolutely nothing to me, because at the end of the day, the only thing I'm trying to create is positivity and peace, fam. So if you're not coming to me with peace, I guarantee you I'm going to make peace out of you. I'm literally going to make you mine. I'm going to freaking suck you into my being, and I'm going to crack and break you down until I find all the peace in that hatred, and I'm going to spew you back out into the world with nothing but peace. So that's what you see in my comments, fam. Bro, people literally spend their time reacting to my creations, and even if they're commenting some bullshit negativity, dude, you're taking the time. You could have been doing anything in your life, but you're spending your time on me, and I'm so grateful. So I'm going to use your hatred, and I'm going to use my gratitude for the time that you spent to bring this hatred into my life. I'm going to turn it into peace, fam. I'll never forget one comment, bruh, where some guy, he messaged, or he commented on my picture like, this kid's using his dad's trust fund or some shit to invest in his music. And you know what? Like, on some bullshit, like, what are you even talking about, fam? Do you like the music or not? Dead ass, do you like the music or not? This isn't about my dad or me or my mom. This is about the music. Do you like the music? So now you're bringing this totally different narrative into my space, and it's kind of like, it's bothering me. But at the same time, you kind of got to hit him back with like, well, shit, I know the truth. I know that I'm not a trust fund baby.
Yeah.
I know that I spent so many years racking up so many bands for this. That's all they need to know. So I commented back saying, what did I say? Oh, I'm very blessed to have a full-time job that allows me to invest in achieving my dreams. I commented that to someone who brought hatred into my comments, and you know what they replied with? I respect that. Yeah. Pure shut down. You brought your negativity into my space, fam. I literally ate it. I cracked it up. I found the peace in all that hatred, and I've put something back into your ball court, and you've literally taken the peace. The man said, I respect the comment.
Real shit.
I literally changed the man.
You stuck to your what you're trying to do. If you had responded with fuck you, that's not portraying the image, living the image that you portray.
And that's the other thing too.
That's real, bro. I respect it, man. I respect it because it's, again, I like how you're open about, you said straight up, it bothered me. It's not like this shit can happen and
it's whatever.
Sometimes,
fam, it bothers you.
For sure.
Fam,
100%.
The human being and the feelings that a human being experiences are real, fam.
For sure.
They're real, bro.
That bother can't make us lose our head,
Exactly.
It's not worth it.
Because there's layers to this shit. Like I said in my track for Lecture for Love, mind receives the info, consciousness connects the dots, fam. Mind receives the information, and the human being is always going to feel some kind of emotion towards the information that they're receiving. But consciousness, which is both aware of the mind, the body, and those emotions that come from the body, it's aware of both what the mind is experiencing and the body, and can come to a decision. Pure consciousness. Pure consciousness. If you are solely in a state of just pure emotion and feeling, of course you're going to get butthurt. Of course you're going to feel all these negative emotions and feel like you have to stick up for yourself, because at some point in time, that is what allowed the human being to survive.
Yeah, fight. You got to fight.
Exactly, fam. It's fight or flight, bro.
Yeah.
And if you think that your reputation is going to be tarnished by some person in your comments, and you are genuinely convinced that that's going to break your path towards success, of course you're going to combat them, because that's how you're choosing to perceive it. But if you see this as actually an opportunity to get further, and that this does not impact my reputation, then you're going to take a step back. You're going to freaking laugh at all this negativity and say, you're mine, fam. I'm going to eat you. I'm going to crush you. And I'm going to find love and peace in absolutely anything that you do, fam.
It's an awesome way to look at it, bro. And you know what's funny? We can even look at it from that business perspective. All news is good news, bro. Like, you're talking about me. All publicity is good. Like, you said that too. You're like, thanks for taking your time and commenting, bro. Helping my algorithm and shit. You know?
Exactly,
thank you,
bro.
I'll take it. The worst shit is if no one comments.
Yo. Real talk, fam.
That's real, bro. People are seeing it. I told you that time. I remember this too. During the vlog, I broke it to you that some page posted your shit.
Yeah, you did. 6-Wave, bro.
Yeah. I remember. I'm like,
shout out 6-Wave,
fam. And you didn't even know.
I didn't even know it.
And yo, a lot of the comments there too were like, yo, this is actually sick. Like, it's new. So with every like dickhead, there's gonna be some compliments. But you know what's funny? We kind of have to weigh those similarly. Like, we can't get so caught up in compliments too. Mm-hmm. That's not. It's awesome. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. But I can't be like looking for that. You know.
Mm-hmm. Compliments to me are just like that message from God saying, "Keep going."
Yeah, someone
keep going. Keep going.
Exactly.
Not, oh, it's time to celebrate and worship this. No, keep going. If you experience hatred, stop. Deal with it. Make sure that this hatred does not follow you. Because if you're not dealing with hatred in the mind, in the moment, then you're going to bring that hatred with you into those experiences when you should be loving and peaceful.
Facts. So, yo, if someone drops... I'm asking you this because I have opinions on how people handle it. Like, if someone drops, like, a purely bullshit... Not even a hateful comment, just a troll comment, like from an account that's, like, clearly a fake account and shit. Would you even reply, or would you just hit the block, bro?
The other day... someone was messaging some absolute, commenting some absolute garbage on a post. And it's like, from a strategist perspective, like I see everything as war. Everything is constantly war. And you have to realize where your energy lies when you're warring with an entity outside of you, right? Is this worth my energy? Am I going to get something back from this, right? Am I going to get closer to achieving my dream? Or is this just a distraction from my enemy to get me off my guard for when they actually hit me? And so it wasn't one of those like negative comments like, oh, this is trash, and I couldn't like just message back saying, oh, you know, that's just enough motivation for me to work harder. It was like some weird ass shit, like just dumb weird shit. And I was just like, God bless the power of free will. I see the delete button, delete. No one's ever going to see that. That man hops in my comments again. You're disturbing the peace. I don't see any benefit of dealing with your hatred right now. Block.
Facts.
And you know what I thought to myself after that? That individual is never going to see all the work that I do because I've blocked them. And the only way that they will is if they create another account or if they go on someone else's phone to search me up. And even then, they are making a vested interest to look at me.
Exactly. After
I block them because of their bullshit.
Bro, you answered that question the way I was hoping you would answer it, man, because you nailed it. Like, we shouldn't fight everyone or everything. It's stupid. Then we're crashing out.
Can't,
you
bro.
know, that block. One of my favorite guys in rap ever is Cameron, and he made like a rant about that one day. He's like, yo, fam, like, my block list is massive. Like, if you say some dumb shit, block. It's the best invention ever. Like, yo, why are we gonna pay any mind to a stupid ass? We don't even know if it's a person, bro. It could be a profile. Like, no, you're done. It's
Out of here. Nowadays,
club,
yo, I'm sure artificial. I'm sure.
ChatGPT.
I'm sure nowadays artificial intelligence has gotten so popular that like companies are literally creating artificial intelligence, or telling artificial intelligence to create Instagram accounts to troll, just to troll. And it's not even a human being that's trolling. It's the artificial intelligence that's trolling, right? And they're just being intelligent beings, you know, like they're just there to do what the admin is telling them to do, and that's it. So if you want to see it that way, yo, look at all the haters as just AI bots.
Yeah,
literally, just look at all of them as AI bots that are programmed to cause hatred, and you have the choice of what you want to do with these bots coming into your life, right? Do you want to get emotionally attached to what these robots are trying to do, or are you gonna teach the algorithm that, hey, in the face of hatred, which is what this bot is doing, this individual has created peace and positivity, and then the AI is gonna learn from that.
Facts.
So, yo,
it essentially is that, man.
Literally is, man. I'm getting notifications on my phone about someone liking my shit or someone commenting on my post. Yo, for all we know, that's just a set of numbers and all of that telling you something. That's not even a human being. Obviously, taking a step back and realizing that, you know, there's a human being behind all these numbers and all these codes and these phones and whatnot. Yo, you have the choice to look at it, whether it's an actual human being or whether it's just numbers and algorithms. Exactly. You have the choice.
Man,
and there's that difference in peace and hatred, right? If in the face of hatred, do I want to find peace in it, or is this so out of context that I'm just gonna look at this as a robot who doesn't know what it's doing?
Bro, we can approach pretty much any real life, virtual or real life situation that way. Like if some guy at the grocery store wants to like argue with you about your cart being too close, like, fam, I can't spend my time doing that right now.
Real talk,
you know,
fam.
And it's the exact same as this shit. The comments, like,
exactly,
good or bad, no. My time is much more valuable. Energy's got to
exactly.
As you said, bro, it is a war. Sometimes we might not be feeling great. Other shit might happen to us. We need to save our energy for those.
Everything is war. You find peace in war. And again, we have all these conceptions of these words. War is you know, tanks and military and all these things that we are to fear. Peace is no problems in the world, you know, like there's so many words that we have these predetermined conceptions that are given to us by some external entity. But yo, take some time to be by yourself and really ask yourself, what is war? What is peace? When you realize that right now, you and I are warring over something. I don't see the war, but I know deep in my heart, because of all my meditation, there is something at war between us. But all I see right now is peace.
Right.
Because I'm choosing to see the peace right now. But if I'm in a place where I'm being engaged in a warlike manner, bro, that's war. You're going to war with me. But the thing is I'm going to war in order to create peace. So you're going to get nothing but love and positivity, fam.
Yeah, man. That's some gangster shit.
And there you say the word, fam. You can go into a war with love and peace, fam. You are literally a gangster in every single moment, 100%.
Fam. One of my closest buddies, he always told that to me. He's like, yo, a lot of the real savages are some of the coolest people you ever meet. It's just when that line is crossed, it's a different game.
And I think the word is swag.
That's a good word.
Yo, walk through life with swag.
Facts. You have to, bro. You got to be a factor.
No. But let that hit, fam. Walk through life with swag.
There we go.
You swagger every single moment, fam. In the face of the most anxious situations, yo, 10 out of 10, fam, you've got swag. And you're going to swagger through that situation, looking good, feeling good, you know, state of mind is proper. You know that you're always looking sexy. You know that everybody's watching you because they admire you. You know that your energy is priceless. Your energy is contagious, fam. No matter the situation. And that's why, like, yo, real mans, not even real mans, fam. Yo, any being that walks through life needs to walk through life with swagger. Swagger.
True, bro.
Swagger, fam.
I was watching this stupid ass TikTok, but I agreed with what the girl said. Some guy asked her what's the 5 most important traits for a man to have to attract a woman, and she's like, there's only one: confidence. And I feel like it's kind of what you're saying, and it's so true. Without that, the other shit you could see right through.
Exactly, fam.
With the real confidence and swag, confidence doesn't mean loud, doesn't mean arrogant, it doesn't mean you know, it means you, like,
yo, just stepping into every situation with the greatest head over your shoulders. And
presence.
Every great head over their shoulders in my world walks through life with swag, fam. Just like,
yep.
You don't need to dress nice to have swagger, bro. Your state of mind can be in a state of swagger, bro.
Facts.
Yo, let that be the greatest thing I ever say, fam.
Might be the clip. Might be a clip. Sneak preview. Let's go. I fucking love that. So, yo, believe it or not, we're approaching on an hour. Time flies.
Holy
bro,
shit.
we're at about 50 minutes.
You know what, fam? Let this be a little taste for what's to come, fam.
Real shit. Real shit.
You know what I'm saying? I think
journey.
We've barely talked about any of the music because the music isn't important. What is important is that the music has created an opportunity for me to sit down in a room with a like-minded individual and talk about successful things, fam.
Facts.
Every moment is a moment to be successful. I know that my music is going to lead me down a path towards success, as it shows that I'm in a room with another successful individual who walks through life with so much swag, fam, and knows that everything that they want is coming to them. Why? Because we have the greatest state of mind. So, yo.
Well fucking said, bro.
But I do want to leave the podcast, since we didn't talk too much about...
I was about to say that. I'm like, yo, I know the music's the background, but just promote whatever, bro. What you got going on with the music?
So, yeah, very, like I mentioned earlier on, I'm very excited to be, because I need to tell the truth, it hasn't happened yet, to be collaborating with Thizzler, which is a California-based music platform.
You posted that yesterday, right?
Yeah.
I saw that.
I'm dropping my initiated music video, which is definitely the one to stay in the mind of those who consume it. So I'm just really excited for that. But listen, fam, like, so what, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, I know what I want to achieve in this life, and I'm so far from what I want to be doing. And so if I'm not working towards what I want to be working, if I'm not working towards something better than the position that I'm currently in, fam, then, yo, I put my head down and keep walking through life with swag, fam. Real talk. But yeah, fam, I'm gonna just keep it like that, yo. Like,
it's amazing.
Everybody's gonna see me around. I have no doubt about it. Everyone will see me around. Because I'm not the only energy experiencing this narrative right now. I may be seeing it from my 2 eyes and my mouth and stuff, but I put it on my divine mother that I'm not the only energy experiencing this, and that there are so many peaceful energies that are just allowing me to flow, right? And I just want to flow. So I'm going to keep it like that. But I did want to spit a verse.
Oh, yeah, please
I did want to spit a verse.
Let's get it. GBM Vigilante exclusive.
Just as like to I guess prepare us for the verse. I'm so grateful to have the ability to bring all the things that I experience in my spiritual life into this world with the instrumental beats that I've been given, and you know, to have the creativity to spin it into something that people can understand, fam. Like, it's such a blessing. And you know, I literally make songs. Sorry, I'm not even looking at I literally make songs within a day now, but it's literally lifetimes of valuable knowledge and wisdom. And it's like, what an incredible opportunity. So yeah, this track is definitely, like, what I'm about to spit is a verse for a track that's definitely gonna hit. But I just want to say that we've arrived. But yeah, here's the verse. Y'all bust that 9, we bust this rhyme. 10 out of 10 will blow your mind. Don't trip, don't cry when the light runs up your spine. Third eyes blazing, know that vibe. Check my G-Shock, what's the time? Say less, but to put these demons back in line. We rise in size, cause the earth is shifting tides. Now humans open eyes to the light that dwells inside. Portals for immortals, that's me and all of the guys. Word on my mom's, egos die when they hear that side.
Let's fucking go, man. Coconut, I feel like Stone Cold cracking some coconut water, bro. That was hard as hell. Quick 16. Was that a 16?
Honestly, fam, I don't know.
Fuck, bro. You killed that shit. Thank you so much, bro. What's your IG and all your social medias? So
main social media is Instagram. So that's GingerBread1011.
1011 is a place on Bloor.
1011 is a place on Bloor, and 1011 is a place in my mind, and 1011 is a place in my heart.
Let's get it, man. GingerBread Man 1011 or GingerBread?
GBM1011 and then GingerBread Man.
GingerBread Man, bro. Yo, I fucking appreciate you coming on,
I
man.
love
this was
you,
an
fam.
Absolute pleasure. GBM, keep an eye on his videos, tracks, everything. Just be aware. That's all.
Yeah.
But yo, thank you so much, bro. Versatile Vigilante, you know what time it is. Like, comment, subscribe, follow GBM, follow Versatile Vigilante 2023. We're out here.